Good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you haven't already, don't forget hit that subscribe button and turn them notifications on. So we're back today and we're just taking some cattle out today actually. I've got the trailer behind the JXU today and what we're doing is a little bit of a process of the job today. We're getting them out the shed in groups of 8, injecting them with a blackleg injection. We'll just have a bit of a chat about that later on. And then we're running 4 into the trailer at a time and we're lugging them up to our top ground. Now we can walk them up there, but there is a group of 30 heifers to go out and we just find it's easier to take them out with the traction trailer rather than walking them out. Into the field now. What we're just doing is taking the traction trailer out into the field a little bit. These fields up the top are protected by an electric fence onto the cow pastures for grazing, and what we don't want to do is loose the cattle out so that they run straight into the electric fence and go straight through it. Now they are electric trained, but this is the first time they've been out in the field this year, and what happens is they dart into the fence and get out. Loose these buggers out here. There we go, there's 4 more up to the field. Shut the tailboard and then we will head off and get another load. Hey?
You got in Mark's garden yet?
Not yet. Bring him on then, Mr. Sheepdog.
Come on! Come on here! Come on! Come on! Come on! Come on! Hey! La 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 la! Come on! Hey! 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 Come on! Come on!
Coggerlies.
Come on! Come on!
Come on. Go on. Right, on with the next load. On with the next load. That was a quick turnaround. About a minute to load them ones. Well, once we've got this load out, this is half of the heifers to come out of the shed. They've been in this shed here all winter. There is 30 bulling heifers in there, Frisian bulling heifers. I'm not sure how many of them are in calf, to be honest with you. We're taking the bull up with them as well. They've got to come back in a month's time for a booster jab on the injection, so the bull will go with the dairy cows at that point, and hopefully by then all of them heifers there should be in calf. Now we would have liked to have scanned them before we took them out, but with this COVID-19 stuff and cash flow, we just can't warrant having them scanned for the sake of making our lives a little bit easier. We know that a fair few of them are in calf. If they weren't, you would definitely see them bulling, so we're not too worried about that. So let's get this next load up the road.
I was listening to him.
Let's get you buggers out of there. Come on then. Easy as that. I hate these clips. These are the most awfulest finger pinchers you will ever experience, especially if you get your finger behind there and someone pushes it. Here comes another group that we've just loosed out. They've just seen their mates. Off with the last load now. There's 2 left in the trailer, so I've got these 2 to loose out up at the top, and then that's the lot out in the field. Then we'll come back and do the most important job after moving cattle, and that's washing the trailer out. Right, we'll just loose these last 2 out now. There's a group of them just there. So next job is to give the trailer a little bit of a clean. I say a little bit of a clean. It needs quite a big clean today. One thing I cannot stand doing is leaving this in the trailer. I never understand why people leave trailers in a messy state like this. It just never makes any sense, to be honest with you. So we'll give this a nice clean, get it back to a nice standard. And there we go. There's the trailer cleaned. Looks 10 times better with that done. So we'll just shut our gates up now. Just whip this one around. And last but not least, how goes the tailboard? I'll just give the outside of this tailboard a little bit of a wash in a minute. Doesn't seem to want to play with this back. There we go. Last thing now is trailer off. Just roll this back to where it goes. Right there. There we are. That is the job done. So we'll go and have a look at the cattle on top of the hill now. We've got all this done. And here they all are now out on the field. There's actually 29 beasts here, including the bull, so there's 28 heifers, and hopefully all of these will be in the milking herd by Christmas this year. So it's now raining. We've had a little bit of, it's actually the next day after we turned the cattle out, and it is raining here, something that we have actually needed but isn't actually helping with a few of the things that we got going on at the farm at the moment. So a little bit of information on these heifers, especially where the injection is. We gave these a blackleg injection, or I think it's a Clostridia injection vaccination yesterday. Now the reason we vaccinate for this certain type of disease is actually because I would say it's about 7 or 8 years ago now, we had a group of 15 or 16 heifers, the same as these, come out on this exact same pasture on the exact same ground, and we had a really bad summer with them. We have had cattle coming out here on these pastures ever since we farmed this, and we started farming this in the early 1900s or something like that, the family, and we never had trouble with cattle up until a few years ago. And what basically happened is overnight we had 8 of our 16, I'll say, heifers that were all in calf actually die overnight. The thing with the black leg is that they don't show any symptoms. It's only in the last sort of 6 to 8 hours, I think, they show, and then they literally just drop dead. And that is what happened with a group that we had up here, which was absolutely devastating for us. Probably one of the worst things we've actually had happen on the farm here, where disease like that is concerned. So now, as a precaution, we always vaccinate these cattle when they come up on the top ground pastures here. Now, all of these have been injected with their first inoculation. Now, they'll need a booster jab in 3 to 4 weeks time, which fits in perfectly really with the worming that we'll be doing with them. They'll obviously need worming in about the same amount of time after coming out here. While we're on, we'll also give them a fly pour on just to stop them. So yeah, also in 4 weeks time, the bull will come down with them as well, and he will switch over from being with these to going with the dairy cows. He's just staying with these now because we put another 7 heifers in with these about 3 to 4 weeks ago now. So by the time these come back down, he will have been in with them for 2 months, which should have caught them both up, them 7 on cycle twice, and by that stage all of them, if they're holding, should be in calf. Now, as I said earlier in the video, we were going to scan these, we just didn't feel it was necessary. We can see that a fair few of these are in calf. He went in with the other, there was 20, what did we put in, 7, it's 29 here, so there was 22 in the shed, and he went in with them on the 1st of December. So they should all be well in calf now, that group. And then we had a smaller batch which went into these, like I said, a month ago, and he should be getting across them now. The ones that won't be in calf and don't calf down by the end of the year, we will probably just fatten them and sell them on. There's no point really messing with them too much. You'll find that if they don't hold as heifers, especially to a bull, that there's something wrong with them and they're just not worth spending the money on. And for anyone who wants to know, we know that the bull's working, basically because we've not seen any heifers bulling. These have been in the shed since all winter, and slowly we've started seeing less and less bulling. We've seen him serving a lot of them, and on the 28-day cycle, not actually seen them beasts repeating. So that's a good sign that they're in calf. Hopefully they hold. Hopefully we have no casting of calves or miscarriages, which we don't really see many of on the farm here. And yeah, that's about it really. I'm not sure how you're going to be able to see this. It is, like I say, it's raining, so the lens is getting wet. So yeah, I think that's all. Got quite a few jobs coming up on the farm over the next couple of weeks. At the moment, we're in the process of doing some work down the house, which I will show in the next video. But until then, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.